morning. Welcome to the WEX Wakeup for Tuesday, May 2nd. I'm Christy Matino. Breaking now, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy has reportedly accepted an invitation from President Joe Biden to meet to discuss the debt ceiling. Now, this is the biggest step yet in the debt ceiling standoff between the president and House Republicans, and it will take place on May 9th. This news comes the day after Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen said in a letter to McCarthy the U.S. would risk default absent a debt ceiling increase as early as June 1st, meaning Biden and Capitol Hill leaders have less time to reach a deal and resolve the crisis than originally anticipated. New this morning, the U.S. military is tracking another aerial object after another balloon recently flew over portions of Hawaii but did not go over any sensitive areas. Now, the military has been tracking this balloon since last Friday and have said it doesn't pose a threat to aerial traffic or national security. It is now heading towards Mexico. Now, back in January and into February, a Chinese spy balloon flew over the U.S. and Canada before the U.S. Air Force shot it down over the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of South Carolina. Now, following this, 3 other balloons were spotted, though officials said these were not likely surveillance devices. And cracking down on crime, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis is taking aim at drug dealers and pro-crime judges. He signed 2 bills into law, House Bill 1627 and House Bill 1359. The bills establish stricter pretrial detention practices and penalties for sale, manufacture, and delivery of fentanyl. DeSantis said the bills aim to protect Floridians from what he calls disastrous bail reform and to further protect children.
Unfortunately, in our society, you have very heinous sex crimes that are committed against children under the age of 12 years old. And these are really the worst of the worst. We really believe that part of a just society is to have appropriate punishment.
These bills ensure the minimum life sentence for all child rapists is life in prison without parole. And perhaps the biggest regulation, it makes those who traffic these illegal substances which target children eligible for a life sentence, a minimum 25-year sentence, and a hefty $1 million penalty. And it's a wrap for now. The Writers Guild of America failed to reach a deal with studios. This leaves the future of movies and television up in the air after the first Hollywood writer strike in 15 years began on Tuesday. The board of directors of the Guild made the decision to strike after 6 weeks of negotiating with Netflix, Amazon, Apple, Disney, and other major entertainment corporations. Writers have been vying for a larger percentage of profit from streaming. Now, if the strike continues, TV and movie production across California and the East Coast are likely to halt. Now, shortly after the strike was announced, talk shows, that includes The Late Show with Stephen Colbert and Jimmy Kimmel Live, announced they would be shutting down. The WGA represents over 11,000 unionized screenwriters. And that's the news on the WEX Wake Up. Be sure to follow us online and on social media so you stay in the know of all the headlines trending in politics.